Hello, Gem Hunter. In today's video, you're going to see something very special that could change the way you look at the ground around you forever. Because in case you didn't know, there are certain types of rocks that hide real treasures in the form of precious stones. These gems are usually preserved in perfect condition inside these rocks and can bring you a fortune if you're lucky enough to find one. Yes, we're talking about thousands of dollars that could be waiting for you inside a rock. We're not saying it's easy to find these gems, but if you look in the right places, your chances of finding one are better than winning the lottery. That's because, unlike a winning lottery ticket, gems are scattered all over the world, just waiting to be discovered by keen eyes. But what are these gems that might be lurking in rocks? Well, to help you understand, let's focus on the most valuable and sought-after gems on the market: diamonds, aquamarines, tourmalines, rubies, sapphires, topazes, and emeralds. So pay attention. The rocks near you may be hiding real treasures in the form of gems you can't even imagine. The first thing you need to know is that the gems that have fascinated mankind for centuries have deep origins and are linked to intense geological processes. Many of these gems are formed in volcanic rocks known as igneous rocks. But how exactly do these rocks create such precious treasures? It all starts with the formation of igneous rocks, which are formed when magma, a mixture of molten rock and minerals from the Earth's mantle or crust, cools and solidifies. The mantle, which makes up 84% of the Earth's volume, contains minerals that, under extreme pressure and heat, form rare stones such as peridot and diamonds. When magma rises to the surface in volcanic eruptions, it carries with it minerals and substances that, over millions of years, become precious gems. Diamonds, for example, are one of these precious stones. They are formed at extreme depths, where the temperature and pressure are so intense that diamond crystals form in the Earth's mantle. These diamonds are brought to the surface by a type of igneous rock that I'm sure you've heard of called kimberlite. But in case you don't know or have never heard of it, kimberlite is a rock formed from materials from deep within the Earth. When the magma that forms kimberlite rises to the surface, it brings with it diamonds that are trapped in its rocky matrix. Although not all kimberlite contains diamonds, this rock is one of the main sources for the extraction of these gems. Over time, erosion and other geological processes expose these kimberlites, making the search for diamonds easier. Another igneous rock that contains precious gems is pegmatite. With their texture of large grains, pegmatites are rich in minerals. Many precious stones such as emeralds, tourmalines, and aquamarines are found in pegmatites. Aquamarine, in particular, is often extracted from pegmatite veins, and its vivid blue color makes it one of the most sought-after gems. These pegmatites can cover large areas and are formed in very specific geological conditions, where the magma cools more slowly. During this process, the crystals organize themselves differently, creating formations that can contain precious gems. In addition to kimberlite and pegmatite, the third type of igneous rock important in gemstone formation is rhyolite. This lesser-known rock has a light color and fine texture. Rhyolite can contain minerals such as zircon, apatite, and rutile. Zircon, for example, is one of the oldest minerals on Earth and is valued not only for its beauty, but also for its scientific importance. It is used to study the conditions of the Earth in its early stages and is one of the main materials used in geological dating. According to more detailed geological studies, rhyolite is formed when magma cools rapidly at the surface, and these more specific conditions can also produce volcanic glass, popularly known as obsidian. The interesting thing about this glass is how useful it is for both decorative purposes and archaeological studies, as it is formed at the sites of ancient volcanic eruptions. But unlike rhyolite, our fourth favorite, commonly known as basalt, is one of the most common igneous rocks in the Earth's crust and is also a source of valuable minerals. Although not as well known as kimberlite or pegmatite, basalt contains valuable minerals such as olivine. The gemological version of olivine is known as peridotite. Garnets and zircons can also be found in basalt formations. And just like diamonds and the other gems mentioned above, these minerals are released when the basalt is exposed to erosion and other geological processes. Basalt formations are particularly common in areas of intense volcanic activity, such as Hawaii. Basalt can also contain cavities containing crystals, which are formed when gas bubbles become trapped in the cooling rock. Over time, these cavities can be filled with crystals that develop slowly. Garnet, one of the gems found in these cavities, is a mineral that is used in both jewelry and industry due to its unique properties of durability, translucency, and hardness. Basalt can also contain corundum crystals, which form the basis of gemstones such as ruby and sapphire. When corundum is found in basalts, the resulting gems can have vibrant colors and unique characteristics that make them highly sought after and valued in the gemstone market. In places like Brazil, where vast areas of pegmatite and kimberlite are still being explored, we find some of the most beautiful and pure emeralds in the world. States such as Minas Gerais and Bahia are famous for their pegmatite formations, which produce not only emeralds but also tourmalines, aquamarines, and topazes. Take a look at this specimen from a Brazilian mine. The formation of these gems requires very specific conditions of pressure and temperature, which are created during the slow cooling of the magma in these igneous rocks. In addition to Brazil, other countries around the world have areas rich in igneous rocks, such as the lava fields of Hawaii and the volcanic regions of Australia. Each of these areas is the perfect environment for the formation of rare and valuable gemstones and is explored by geologists and miners in search of precious stones. Now we come to sedimentary rocks, which, although formed differently to igneous rocks, can also contain precious stones and other valuable minerals. However, in order for a sedimentary rock to form, pre-existing rocks must undergo the process of weathering, which can be physical, chemical, or biological. This process breaks up the rocks, creating sediments that are transported by water, wind, or ice, and eventually deposited in low-lying areas. Over time, the sediments are compacted and cemented to form new rocks. A good example of a sedimentary rock is shale. Slate is a rock that, although not igneous, is also formed under conditions of high pressure and temperature. Although these conditions are more typical of the environment in which metamorphic rocks are formed, shale can contain precious crystals such as tourmaline, emerald, rutile, pyrite, and titanite. Its dark gray or silver color with a metallic sheen highlights these mineral inclusions. However, because it is a fragile rock and is found at great depths, shale mining requires more advanced techniques to extract the gems safely. In addition to gemstones found directly in sedimentary rocks, such as the shale minerals mentioned above, many gemstones can also be found in secondary sedimentary environments, such as riverbeds, commonly known as alluvial deposits. But how is this possible? Well, it's because over millions of years, gemstones originally formed in igneous rocks, such as diamonds, sapphires, and garnets, may have been released from volcanic matrix rocks by erosion over thousands of years. Water is the main erosive factor as it plays a fundamental role in moving these sediments. The force of the water over the years ends up breaking down many igneous rocks, releasing the gemstones and transporting them to deposits in rivers and other aquatic environments where they can be collected. This phenomenon explains why many of the most valuable gemstones are found outside their volcanic origins, sometimes thousands of miles away, deposited on the banks of many rivers around the world and even on beaches. The transport of gems by rivers and the continual erosion of the parent rock results in the formation of alluvial deposits where prospectors can find diamonds, sapphires, and the other minerals mentioned at the beginning of the video. Although the original formation of the stones takes place at depth and under extreme pressure, time and natural processes cause them to be redistributed on the surface. That's why even in areas where there are no active volcanoes or visible igneous formations, it is still possible to discover precious stones in rivers or sedimentary layers. The combination of sedimentary rocks and erosive processes creates a continuous cycle that spreads precious gems across the planet, transforming landscapes and creating new high-value deposits. So if you're interested in taking up this therapeutic hobby that connects you with nature and has the potential to become a new source of income, I encourage you to start now. It could be your lucky day, and I'm sure that if you pay attention to the signs around you, finding a gemstone is only a matter of time. But if you still have doubts about the gems you find out there, you should know that here on the channel, we have several complete videos on different types of gemstones. And the best thing is that all this knowledge is available to you for free. That's right. But if you'd like to make things easier for yourself and have all this knowledge organized in one place, make sure you go to the first link in the description of this video, where you'll find our ebook, Gemology for Beginners. It gives you access to the complete mineral dictionary, where you'll learn the unique characteristics of all the world's precious and semi-precious stones. But there are many more secrets about gemstones found in nature, including rubies and diamonds, that wouldn't fit into just one video. So watch the video that's playing on your screen right now to learn more about these magnificent minerals that can make you filthy rich. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Good luck, Gem Hunter.